I'm in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. Up until recently, there were still many inaccessible regions in this country, but the opening of the borders provides a fabulous opportunity to discover new reptiles and amphibian species. There's such a large variety of biotopes in this country that I'm sure to find specimens that I've never seen yet. It is believed that Myanmar is home to around 350 reptile species and around 100 amphibian species. Throughout this journey, I'll have to be extra vigilant. Not only are these forests fraught with extremely venomous species, but some areas are still riddled with anti-personal mines, the vestiges of years of conflict that have scarred this country. Strange, mysterious, and sometimes dangerous, reptiles are nevertheless fascinating. My name is Nathanaël Maury. I'm a photographer and a herpetologist. I've decided to roam the planet alone with 15 kilos of gear in a backpack to photograph reptiles and amphibians, whether known or unknown to this day. My project is to create a detailed encyclopedia of all these species before they disappear. That's the challenge I've set for myself. I'm in the Bagan plain now, in the center of Myanmar. This is one of the driest regions in the country. And I've come here during the rainy season because this is the period to try catching reptiles. Myanmar is the second largest country in southern Eastern Asia. It stretches over nearly 2,000 kilometers, bordered by China to the north and Thailand to the east. My journey begins in the arid plains of Bagan and moves on to the mountainous foothills of the Mandalayan region. This is what we call an anthropized region. It's been modified by man over the millennia. Actually, the species that live here have adapted to the new biotope. There is less diversity in wildlife overall, but the species that do live here are rather abundant. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to look around in the vegetation to try and find the animals that have succeeded in adapting. This is incredible. There are temples all over as far as the eye can see. Ever since the area was listed as a UNESCO heritage site, they've been trying to clean up the temples, rid them of vegetation. But they can't manage it everywhere because there are too many temples, close to 3,000, and it's a colossal work. I like it when there are plants. That means more animals and more chance in me finding species. There's a swift snake. You have to watch out. Come on, come on. Oh, that's a chrysopelia. There, he's not happy, so he's biting me. That's okay, because it's not a dangerous snake. Oops. Well, you're biting me. Are you welcome, people, eh? I've just arrived in Myanmar and you bite. That's okay. You're pretty anyway. Oh, it's a really nice-looking snake. Chrysopelia ornata. It's a flying snake. Actually, they don't really fly, they glide. It's an exceptional snake anyway, very beautiful and very swift. So you have to be really quick when you catch them. Okay, so I have a little bite here, but it's not big. It's only the front teeth. And once wiped off, it's just like little stings, it's nothing at all. They've got venomous fangs, but they're located at the rear of the mouth, which means they can't bite with them, so there's no danger. All right, get in the bag. No, get in. That's right, get in the bag, thank you. There, well, that's a nice start. You have to take the GPS coordinates because there are around 3,000 temples in the area, so I need to find the right one. That's done. Cool, a snake, and a pretty one too. Okay, we're off again. I'm curious to see what's inside. But this is a sacred place, so I have to enter barefoot and cover my knees. There. Now I can respect the tradition. I'm going to explore. There's a gecko on the Buddha's head. The Buddha has a hemidactylus on his brow. That's a small gecko. They're very common. I've already got one in the encyclopedia. In any case, I'm not going to catch it here. The pagodas and temples were built between the 11th and 13th century, so these are very ancient buildings. This is a seismic area, so lots of them tumbled down over the years, but there are still a lot that stayed standing for close to a millennium. It's impressive. All right, I'll leave them alone. I'm upsetting the bat. Something moving over there. It's a turtle. Hello there. All right, so what is it? Lysimus scutata. That's a specimen endemic to Myanmar. Fabulous. Show us your head. There, so we can see you. There you go. Hey. I really like these turtles. They fall into the category of soft-shelled turtles, and this one can even close up its plastron. And if you look here, yeah, say hi. There, it can close up its plastron completely in the front and behind the feet, the hind feet, there. It can close up all the way. It's completely closed up. This turtle has a special trait, it estivates. This area is relatively dry for the part of the year, and it's the rainy season now. But the rest of the year is very dry, and because they can't survive in dry weather, well, they bury under the mud at approximately 20 centimeters deep and wait for the following rainy season. It's extraordinary when you think of it. Come on, I'm going to do a photo shoot. Here, there are no weeds. I've got room to catch the snake if it escapes, plus it's a magnificent spot. That temple is beautiful. So I don't get my turtle dirty. You stay put while I set up. I'm setting up. I need to keep an eye on the turtle because it could run away at any moment. People think that turtles don't move fast, but that's not true. Turtles can run. There, stay in your shell. You'll come out once you're on the box. When I photograph turtles, I use the glass to rigidify the light box because turtles are heavier than most of the reptiles I usually photograph. There. Now it's just a question of patience. So I'm going to try and take the lateral photo first. That means I have to wait until he sticks out his head. And once the head is out, he can go very quickly because then the feet come out. And once the feet are out, he runs away. Turn slightly towards me. There, I have a nice lateral photo, so now I need the photo from the front. For some species, I have to wait for hours, even days before the turtle came out of its shell. Usually, they don't want to come out facing me. They try to turn around. It doesn't make it easy for me. There, I have one from the front, and it's not bad at all. They're really special turtles because when I touch them here, they're soft. Actually, this is skin that means that their shell is covered in skin. As a matter of fact, a turtle's shell is an extension of its spine. They're very sensitive usually, they like to be touched. They have very, very sharp claws. They use them to tear their prey apart. Okay, I'm going to take the overall shot from above. There, I have my photo from above. Let's do the ventral photo. You can see the head sticking out. So contrarily to human belief, turtles are not stuck when they're on their back. They use their snout and one foot and they can flip over very easily. There we go. There, you've been really sweet. Oh, that stings. So that's how you hold a turtle, from the back, because otherwise it'll scratch you with its claws, which can be very painful. You can see he's got a very long neck. The neck makes for 70% of a turtle's total length. Inside it's folded into an S shape. So it's attached here, it makes an S shape. It can come out about this length approximately. All right, I won't bother you any longer. I'll do the snake and then take you back home. So this is the Chrysopelia genus, which includes 5 species. Doesn't want to show its head. There. They're very fast snakes. They usually catch lizards, sometimes batrachians, and it's turning. Taking close-ups of the head is not that easy because they move all the time. I have a lateral photo that's not bad. The headshots. Now I need one from the front. If you would, just show me that little face of yours. That'd be great. Come on, look at me. This is where it's happening. This is what's called a flying snake. Actually, they don't fly, they glide. This is the only genus known to glide. It's a very specific adaptation. Actually, can flatten out their whole body. Some lizards also glide, and because this snake likes to eat them, that way you can follow them. Like cobras that can flatten and widen out their neck. This one flattens out from the back of the head to the tail. That way, it's the same shape as the wing of a plane, with similar aerodynamic properties, just like a plane wing. The snake is sucked up into the air. So when he jumps from a tree, he soars a little, drops a little, and all of a sudden starts to glide. Then he undulates to adjust his trajectory. He undulates as if he was swimming in the air. He can move about 10 meters gliding that way. That's pretty incredible. I'm going to try and relax him on the box and take an overall photo. They need to be handled very gently. If he feels trapped, he'll just dart away. These colors are really magnificent. I'm going to try with a hat. Okay, it seems to be working. Well, that didn't last long. At least I tried. Okay, they like holes. So if ever there's a burrow around and he sees it, that's it for me. Always magnificent. Perfect. He's cooperating, isn't he? Actually, the reason they're so cooperative is that they've heard of the encyclopedia and they want to be part of it, that's all. I'm going to do it this way. This snake has a very large distribution area, from India all the way to Indonesia. You really have a lovely head. With clearly marked yellow and black, it's an amazing contrast. There. Okay, I'm taking you back home. Panoramic view and free transportation. Let's go. Here we are. This is your pond. There's your little paradise. Come on. There you go. Okay then, enjoy your estivation. See you next time. I've come to the right temple. Now I need to find the exact coordinates. Okay, this is the place. All right, well, we're here. This is where I caught you. These animals like to hide, so he doesn't want to come out of the bag. There. See, you recognize this place. They're extremely swift snakes and very good climbers. They're incredible. I love it. He's slithering up the wall vertically, and there's nothing to grip onto. Well, rock climbers will have to think twice if ever they want to compete with that snake. Okay, I'll let you climb up and I'll be on my way. I've photographed some magnificent species in the Bagan Plains. Now I'm heading for the foothills of the mountains where I'll find wilder areas. Here the rocks are porous, and the calcareous water has created a unique landscape and a specific biotope. There are a few man-made footholds here. Oh, you need to be careful. Not the safest place I've seen. Sometimes it's tough being an adventurer. It's not always easy. You have to use natural bridges. A lizard. It's a calotis. Now this is a lizard you can't catch from the side because it sees you coming. And it escapes. There. Like that, can't see my hand. And now I caught him. There. Well, buddy, You were minding your own business. I won't bother you for long, just the time for a photo shoot. Don't bite. And then I'll bring you back here, okay? It's a Calotes mystaceus. All right, let's put him in the bag and go a little further. I'll bring him back later. You're going to have a little ride in a bag. There. These lizards are insectivores. They like crickets, butterflies, grasshoppers, any kind of insect, anything that you can find. There you go. Let's go. It's not so easy with the weight of the bag and the baby inside. There we go, got through. I'm going to look behind the waterfall. There seems to be a lot of space. Maybe I can find some little beasties. This spot's slippery. You have to watch out. It's always interesting to look around environments like this because you can find frogs living there. Some frog species only live near waterfalls. They need constant humidity. This is a very specific habitat. It's not always accessible and it's super slippery, but it's an interesting habitat. There doesn't seem to be many people around. There's a snake. He hasn't seen me. I'll try approaching him unnoticed. I don't have my hook. Okay, here you need to be careful because although he's calm, he could move very quickly. It's a very dangerous animal. There we go. He's trying to bite. That's rude. Okay, go ahead. Spit out your venom, that's right. So this is a nadger. It's the same family as the cobra. There are two kinds of nadger. You can tell them apart by the colour of the neck. Let's see this little one's neck. Okay, so now he's biting the bag. All right, I'm bagging him. We'll check once he comes out. In principle, this is a more common species. The other one is a rare species that only has been spotted 3 times in 19 years, so there are a few chances that it should be that one, although I'd like it. Okay, so the cobra's in the bag, it's secured. It's going to get my gear and we'll do the photo shoot here. Really beautiful. Okay, let's prepare for the photo shoot. The light box. The hook. It'll come in handy for sure. Okay, let's check if he's calmed down. Or not. He's inflating his hood slightly. So monocled cobras usually have a monocle on top, but not all of them do. In that case, you need to look at the throat to identify them. See if it's white or black. There. So this is the more common of the two, Najakutia. You can see the white throat clearly, there are some spots, but it's not black. Usually they're black all over. It's a dangerous snake nonetheless. This is probably the snake responsible for the most deaths in Myanmar. They have rather long fangs, proteroglyphous fangs. That means they're fixed and not mobile like the gaboon vipers, for example. They're clearly visible now. All right, I'm going to take pictures of the head, then I'll do the overall photos. Lateral shots. That's fine. And the throat is visible, so it's identifiable. Okay, this is a melanic subject. It's got a very dark color that can also be lighter. How about coiling up in the box? I doubt that'll work. Oh, maybe. Staying there is another story. Okay, let's try it. And he's still tense. I'm gonna let him relax. It's really not ideal. I'll just grab the hook. There, get in. Hey, no. I'll try with my hat. Maybe they'll agree to stay that way. In fact, they're shy animals and they like to hide. So when they feel threatened, they like to hide in a burrow. So I'm going to make a hat-like burrow. There. I'll let him relax. I'm going to try to make my camera adjustments. So now he's trying to explore. Okay, let's try. All right, I have my overall shot. I'm going to try the ventral photo now. I'm going to have to coil him up on his back. I'll use 2 gloves. There. Whoops. He's inflating his hood slightly. He's flattening out his neck. There we go. So. His eyes are a bluish colour, which means he's going to change exuviae. The exuviae is the topmost part of the skin. So when we say snakes change skins, it's not completely true. Actually, they slough off the topmost part of their skin in one go. Humans are constantly changing their skins, only it's done little by little. So when the eye is bluish like that, it means it'll be changing exuviae within the next 10 days. While they're sloughing, they're rather vulnerable because they can't see as well as usual. But you shouldn't ever drop your guard because they are lethal snakes nonetheless. Their venom is neurotoxic, which means it blocks nervous transmission between the nerves and the muscles, for example, and you die from respiratory arrest. I'm going to try and roll him up. Cobras have very large ventral scales that covers their bellies completely and moves slightly up the sides. That's specific to cobras. There. Not much left to do. He's just tried to bite me. No, don't bite. Biting is rude. Didn't you learn that as a baby? After a while, he relaxes, and he stays nice and quiet on his back. Now he's calm. He's relaxed. Okay, well, I'm done with him, so I'll release him. There, he's home. He's been pretty cool. He didn't bite me. Okay, well, now I'm going to do the calotes. So this is Calotes mystaceus. It's a species of very colourful lizards. So, in fact, when he changes colour for the female, he turns blue from the tip of the snout to the middle of the belly. All the spines on his back also turn blue. Only the white band stays the same colour. So when he tries to attract a female, he displays his crest and turns blue down to the middle of the body. Okay, let's start with the photo from the front. He's in a good position now. The throat is rather beautiful. It's bluish purple. I'm going to do the photo of the side. There, that's nice. And the one at the top of the head, like the snakes, he's got horns, so it's rather interesting. He has long dorsal spines. They're not really sharp because they're just scales. They're rather flexible, and then spines on the side of the head. Those are sharper because they're more rigid. So now I have to turn him over on his back for the overall photo, and I mustn't lose sight of him because if he runs away, well, there's little chance I'll ever catch him again. So let's try to get him to relax. Don't bite me, thank you. Magnificent. The last photo is the trickiest because he's in a running position. He's on his belly. He's ready to dart. He knows where to go. And now I need to do the overall photo, so let's try to place him this way. Never forget, he's been known to bite. With those pretty little teeth of theirs. Let's turn him in the right direction. This way. He seems very cooperative. Got to take advantage of that. He's beautiful. I'm going to catch him. That colour change is worthy of a chameleon because he can turn from brown to blue, and that's a rather extreme variation. He's funny, he's looking all over the place. He's gripping onto my finger. In the wild, they always hang on to branches because they're arboreal animals. They can climb down to the ground, but they prefer to be higher up. So when he feels my thumb like that, he feels safer. That's why he's hanging on. Okay, come on. I'm taking you home. But you need to get in the bag. There. Once again, that was a great photo shoot. With a breathtakingly beautiful decor and extraordinary animals. Okay, I'm going to take him back home, and then we'll be on our way again. All right, it was somewhere around here, that branch. Here it is. Hey, buddy. He sensed that we brought him home. He's turning blue. You must be happy. There, that's your branch. Here you go, grip onto your branch. There. That's it. Goodbye. That's the ideal spot for a well-deserved bath. This is going to be fun. The second lap of my journey takes place in the Bok Pyin region, between the Gulf of Thailand and the Andaman Sea to the south of the country. I'm in the last archipelago at the southernmost part of Myanmar. There are small islands everywhere that seem quite wild, which is a good thing for me because it means that nature is well preserved and I have a good chance of finding reptiles and amphibians. Okay, that's it for the boat. I'm going to continue on foot. Let's see what we can find here. In principle, this should be a rather dry biotope because the slopes are very steep. Animals live near fresh water, so let's see if we can find some. Thank you. Sometimes it's a bit hard to trudge through the jungle. So when you find a riverbed, at least you can walk. Ah, I can see a small beach over there. At least I can go down again. Those are monitor tracks. I'll see if he's around somewhere. He's over there. I'll try to get closer before he enters the jungle. If he reaches the jungle, there's no catching him anymore. There. I'm blocking his way. He's stuck between me and the sea. You have to watch out for the tail. You can lash out with it. And of course, the bites are dangerous too. Okay, I need to get behind the head. You have to quick and block the tail with the other hand. There. All right. Always handle them very gentle so they don't feel aggressed. He was afraid when I caught him at first, but once I've soothed him, he relaxes. The Asian water monitor is the second largest monitor in the world and a specimen that doesn't have any predators on the island. It's a rather imposing animal. They can measure up to 3 meters in length. This one is about 1.80 meters. They're carrion eaters, opportunists. They travel around and anything they can catch, they'll eat. Okay, now I'm turning you over on the back. It's a bit peculiar, but afterwards it's all over, and you can go and look for dead fish. He's heavy, he must weigh around 12 kilos. Let's take it easy so he doesn't feel threatened. You'll see it's a nice position to take a nap. You've probably never tried it, but that's the way we do it, and it's great. There. You have to be very careful of the claws too. Okay, I'm going to calm him down because he's getting nervous. This is a very strong animal and you shouldn't go against him, otherwise he gets upset. Well, he's got fed up. Okay. We've just become buddies. Okay, let's try again. The swat of the tail was for me. Okay. Let's clean you up. There. A photo on your back. And I'm letting you go. There, very good. Listen, just stay like that a while, take my photo, and I'll let you go. Every time the clouds move in front of the sun, it changes all my adjustments. One moment it's sunny, one moment it's cloudy. It's not easy. He hasn't calmed down yet. There we are. From high above. It's always tricky at first, but once he's understood that nothing would happen to him, he calmed down. Okay, well, I've got my plate. I can let you go now. Yes, that's right. Okay, you can go now. Go on. Don't swap my camera with your tail. I'm going to take my hat. Off you go. There. Thank you. Okay, goodbye. And thanks for the photos. He's taking his time. You can tell he doesn't have any predators. A big lizard like that has it easy here. I'm going to keep looking for a river. Like that, I'll be able to go deeper into the jungle. There's a small river. I'm going to walk upstream and we'll see what's up there. This is a typical bamboo forest. You can see the bamboo groves here. They grow in clumps that spread out as they age. The branches then overlap and become entangled. And that creates a very special biotope. When you're looking for water in the jungle and you can't always find a river, you can use bamboos. During the rainy season, some of them are half filled with water that they stop to hold out during the dry season. Now is the end of the rainy season. Let's see if there's any water. Oh, well, you can hear it now. There's some water. I'll try lower them because I'm not going to climb. So this is drinking water. You can drink it directly. You can use a straw or make a large hole and fill up your water bottle. Okay, I'm not going to pump all its water reserves. I've still got some in my water bottle. If each segment is half filled, there's a lot of litres of water. Oh, a cobra. Oh, it's a king cobra. Great. The real king cobra. There. Hello. Wait. I'm going to try to put him in the bag. This is the king cobra. It's not just any old snake. Having him in the encyclopedia will be great. Oh, I'm so happy. This is fantastic. Okay, I can't do the photo shoot here. There are too many branches and he could escape. I'm going to look for a spot with more space where I can take nice photos safely, because now he's calm. But usually when you put them in a bag like that, they really don't like to be carried around. And when they come out, they're all wound up. So there. Come on. In the bag. Well, I was hoping I would catch one, but I wasn't counting on it too much because they're rare. This is a snake that eats other snakes, so that makes it a super predator, like the tiger. There are not many tigers per square meter. They roam very large territories, and it's the same thing for this snake. Because they're only one individual for a very large territory, they're hard to find. All right, I'm going to look for a nice spot for a photo shoot. The good thing about dry riverbeds is that you can find open spaces like this one, which are perfect for a photo shoot. If the cobra wants to escape, I'll be able to catch him again. Okay, it's going to be tough because he's large and he moves fast. So the king cobra deserves its name. It's the longest venomous snake on the planet. And I won't be able to use my light box because it's far too small. I'll just use a flash and then I'll clip the image on the computer. Okay, now let's see if he wants to have the photo taken. If he'll play nice for the photo shoot, that would be cool. He's trying to come out. He's hissing. He's trying to impress me. There. This is where the action is. Look at me, hello. Hello. Oh. Hey, relax. It's a dangerous game, but it's still a game. There. Calm down. Here it is, 3 meters long. He's lovely. Wow. He's calmed me down a bit. A little bit. There, he's trying to impress me more than he's trying to bite. You can tell this is intimidation. He darts his head forward, but you still have to watch out. He has a neurotoxic venom, which means its venom attacks the nervous system and paralyzes the muscles. So, if you get bitten and are not treated, you die of asphyxiation from paralysis of the respiratory muscles. So let's try and avoid getting bitten. All right, let's try the hat trick, if he doesn't mind. There. You're starting to relax. That's good. Look at the hat. Okay, that's all very fine, but I have to take some photos. You're going to have to calm down a bit. You can hear him hissing. He doesn't hiss like other snakes. He makes a deeper sound. It's a very beautiful sound. I like it very much. He commands respect. He's the king of snakes. So his Latin name is Ophiophagus hanna. Ophiophagus means to eat snakes. So that's the food on the menu. There, stay there. There. Look at me. So they're very special snakes, because they're the only snakes that make nests that the female takes care of. That means that she stays around the nest. First she builds it, and then she stays around to protect the eggs, almost up to the moment they hatch. And she leaves just before hatching. Why does she leave right before they hatch? Because if she stayed any longer, she'd eat the babies. Because they're cannibals as well. All right, these are beautiful photos. Perfect. Wow. It really is impressive. I need the lateral photo, if you don't mind. Oh, look me right in the eye. That's really lovely. Okay. Now that he's calmed down, we need to do the ventral photo. For this, you need both gloves. There. So these are typical cobra fangs. They're not very long, but they certainly can inject venom very well. The orifice right above the tongue is the trachea. That's how they breathe when they swallow another snake. That means they can breathe even while they're swallowing. Remember, this is the largest venomous snake on Earth. I love it. His scales, he's looking at me with revolving eyes. It's great. Oh, he looks a little calmer. I'm going to try and turn him over on his back and we'll see if he'll let me take a ventral photo. Here we go. We'll have to clip all that. There. All right, calm down. Ventral shots are always a bit of a challenge. The challenge of patience and gentleness. You have to be really gentle with these snakes because if they feel that they're being held aggressively, they won't relax. It's nice to be on your back. Look how cool it feels. Okay, my adjustments are good, but I need to start all over again. I was close. Hey, you want to dance? Okay, let's dance. Always be patient. At one point, it works. Let's try. Always this way. With time, they calm down and stay still, very still. You can see the heart beating right there. I'm going to catch him again, put him back in the bag and take him back where I captured him. He's lovely. Now he's relaxed. Finally, he's calm. He's no longer opening his mouth, darting his tongue out. There. Hi there. All right, get in the bag and I'll take you back home. Come on. I'm taking you back home. We've arrived. I won't bother you any longer. Do you recognize the place? You're home. Oh, you're beautiful. Why didn't you do that right away, eh? We could have made a lovely overall photo. There. Well, I would never have thought I'd end my trip with the Lord of the Snakes. We danced a lot together, I worked up a sweat, but I have magnificent photos, and it's a noble and exceptional animal. My adventure in Myanmar has helped me discover 32 new species to complete my encyclopedia. Despite the fact that the country's progressively opening, some regions are still inaccessible to explorers. This leaves me with the feeling that there is far more yet to be done. Who knows what wonders remain to be discovered in these mysterious lands?